I don't know about y'all, but this is getting old. This is getting by high time. I was busy on Wolfpack Performance doing a podcast stream for J-Rock Built Racing, doing that, and listen, this is getting old. We just recently talked about Red Bull Visa Cash App not needing to be another team for Red Bull to bid their business through. We just talked about the FIA removing the fastest lap point because Red Bull enlisted their team, their junior team, to take it away in the fight for Lando against Max. Here it is now. We got a situation, again, another situation, because do not forget about the technical regulation that changed in regards to Red Bull and their asymmetric braking system. What did we see about that? Blackhearted Mad Dog, DG Big Blue, and the mechanic first in the live chat, DG Big Blue second, and Blackhearted Mad Dog third for the podium. How many times are we going to need to see this before the FIA show us that they are going to penalize Red Bull solely and not try to make some blanket statement? Here it is right here. Red Bull accused by other teams. No BS. Once the cars are in park frame A, no changes may be made to any part, with the exception of the aerodynamics, adjustment of the front wing. Given if there are changes, a team would be penalized in different ways, whether it's a pre-race or post-race. The FIA has no indication of any team actually using a trick to raise or lower the front bib, also known as the T-tray, but the Motorsport Federation have stepped up checks ahead of the weekend at Circuit of the Americas. Well, we also see that Red Bull have agreed to change a part. Why do you need to change a part? If you're not doing anything wrong and you're not utilizing this trick, and this is something that you haven't partaken in, why do you need to change any part on your car? Why is there anything you need to change on your bib? If it's totally legal and you haven't been doing any of this, you don't need to change anything. It's kind of like us when we saw Max Verstappen's brake blowout, oddly just one side. Next thing we know, we get a regulation kicks in and Red Bull dips again because asymmetric is banned. And right in the season, not waiting until the end of the season. Here it is again, Red Bull changing a part. I think people, we got to get tired of this. All right, it's an accusation, but Red Bull is the one changing a part, and other teams are accusing them of this. And yet again, the FIA seem to not want to step in, and I'm starting to think that they're not wanting to step in because they don't want to derail or be part of what they were already part of, which is the reason why Max Verstappen got his first world championship, because you didn't do your damn job then, and you did a disservice to not only Lewis Hamilton, but other drivers. Here it is again, Red Bull going unpenalized, but not penalized. I mean, if you can make that make sense, that's what it is. At some point in time, Just Sean, what's going on? Dave Quattro, what's going on? Yo, I'm starting to think Red Bull got three teams out here. They got Red Bull Visa Cash App, they got Red Bull Racing, Oracle, and they got the FIA. It's a three-headed monster, kind of like that creature that we saw in that last Godzilla King Kong movie or something. Just came out the ground, three-headed, supposed to be the worst Titan ever. That's what we're seeing. This is getting ridiculous. We saw Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc get disqualified from a race just for nominal wear on the track and their planks being out of tolerance because they wore through several events in that weekend. And we not seeing any type of penalty toward Red Bull. You didn't penalize them for the cost cap, really. They breached that like hell. That had no teeth with gummy bears. You didn't go back, penalize them, or do what was right for 2021. You sitting here, Christian Horner still on the seat like he ain't do nothing wrong. Adrian Newey bouncing because he ain't with the shit no more. They had asymmetric braking. You banned that, and all of a sudden the team took a dip. And here we are now. This is what happens when you let somebody get away with crimes over and over and over again. Eventually, they end up killing somebody, and I hope they don't. I hope that's not what it comes to, but I'm just saying, when you think about the criminal justice system, a criminal goes in, they let him out, goes in, let him out, goes in, let him out. Finally, he kills somebody. It's like, oh, we should have kept him in prison. No, caca. This is not good for the sport. And I understand what it is. You want to make sure Max at least gets 4. You want to make sure at least gets 4, because if he doesn't at least get 4, people, I don't know what Red Bull delusional fans are going to do. I mean, probably make more videos about me and everything else for just telling y'all the truth about Max Verstappen and Red Bull Racing, that they are totally a team with lack of character, integrity, and they are full of swindling. That is what it's doing. They should not only be losing points, they should be fined heavily. I mean heavily, millions. That's what should happen. If they are indeed using this trick, which they agreed to change a part, and you don't agree to change something if it's right. Red Bull especially. They gonna protest anything to get the edge. They not just gonna change a part because it's right. Yo, this is crazy, yo. This is getting out of hand. COTA is already, and DG Big Blue says the FIA should change their name to Red Bull Racing since 2020. They should. They should change it to Red Bull Racing Federation. They should change it to something, because evidently it is completely not an impartial system. All right, with Ben Salim up there, we already know about him, his racist ass. I'm just saying. He said racial tone things. He looks at people like me as somewhere he don't want his drivers to be like. I don't know how he looking at Lewis Hamilton. Probably crazy. But, yo, I mean, this guy right here, for one, is just, it is wild, people. It is wild to see the things that Red Bull gets away with. It is completely asinine. And I don't know if they're like, yo, this is the last year we're going to be able to have y'all back. If y'all aren't, where we need you to be so we can cheat for you in the small moments we can't do nothing with you next year. That's what they might as well just say. That's what they might as well just say. I think it's disgusting, honestly. I do. This is crazy. I'm going to be interested to see how they perform or how things go at COTA, okay? Because we already have a chart. We already have a chart about Red Bull and how they've been sliding since certain events have happened in their 2024 season campaign, since Christian Horner, since Adrian Newey, since the regulations. We've made a chart on this. This is going to be another dot on the chart, and we're going to see if Red Bull take a deeper dive as far as this situation goes on. Because right here is ridiculous. Paul says, wow, shaking my head, crazy, smash the like, y'all, peace and love. It is crazy, Paul. It is crazy. To lower the car, that is wild. They found a way to look this. Hey, maybe Adrian Newey knew that a lot of this was about to hit the fan, and he's like, deuces. This is what happened. This is what happened when you let them get away with too much. They start doing things and think they're untouchable, and thus far they have been. I can't even say they haven't been. Shit, really, they've been untouchable. We just been looking at all the crime happen and just being let slid away. But yeah, this is wild, people. So if you didn't see it, yes. Once the cars are in park form, no change may be made to any part with the section of the aerodynamics. The FIA has no indication of any team actually using a trick to raise or lower the front bib, also known as the T-tray, but Motorsport Federation have stepped in. Listen, if you step in to put this in, you know somebody's been doing it. And if a team blatantly is knowingly changing something that is in this area or exactly that, that's a dead giveaway. Dead giveaway. And it's been happening way too much. This is I don't even know what else to say anymore. I have nothing else to say anymore. This is wild. COTA is starting. The events are starting tomorrow, all right? Qualifying, sprint races, qualifying, the real race. We are free practice, just one only. I like free practice 1, 2, and 3. I like, qualifying sessions. I like sprint qualifying sessions, and I don't mind a sprint here or there, but I hope it's not too much. I'm good at 6, and I really honestly wish you take it to 4, honestly. I don't know what COTA is going to be like with a sprint race, but we're about to see. And I don't know what's going to happen to Red Bull, and that's something we probably won't see. So with that being said, I hope things change in the future, but I do not have faith in the FIA to govern the sport of Formula One equally and impartially as they have failed at doing several seasons, even before now. And they honestly are needed. They just need to get it together. They need to clean house, bring new in, or do something, because this is not a good look. It's working for them, but it's not a good look for the sport as whole. You were down viewership because of the scandal and the cheating that you've been consistently doing since 2021. It's 2024, and you still at it. You still helping Red Bull get away with bloody murder. That's what you're doing. So, anyway, Jay from Wolfpack Performance, you know what I say. It's late at night. I hope you get some sleep. I hope you get some rest. I'm trying to, but I am content heavy. Check out Wolfpack Performance IG. A lot of stuff going on there. Check out Harsh Times Teggy YouTube channel. A lot of building going on there. And you know we here live all week for racing events, so don't miss it. See you soon. Peace.